Well, thanks for staying with us. You're still watching Newsnight here on Arise News. I am Amaka Uday. Women participation in politics and governance is abysmally low in Africa, with women being considered lower to their male counterparts in many societies. Right here in Nigeria, however, the story is changing by the day, with more women being given the opportunity to serve and lead in various capacities. Well, this is one of the major focus of the first All Progressives Congress Women Conference held right here in Nigeria's capital, Abuja.
Let it ring around the world and never cease. Sing a song for women everywhere. Equality, development, and peace.
Women in the All Progressives Congress are assessing how well Nigerian women have fared under the present administration. President Muhammadu Buhari promised an all-inclusive government with women getting a fair share of political positions. These women believe their lots are far better under the APC government and with an emphatic presence. The Women's Coalition appreciates the APC government for keeping to its promise, but like Oliver Twist, it's asking for more.
Since 2015, I have had the privilege of engaging Nigerian women across the entire country. My conviction is that Nigeria's future is entirely dependent on actualizing the potentials of our women.
We are proud that this party announced its arrival with a bang by upstaging a party in power. The first time this happened in the country and in most African countries. This is a great testament to its wide appeal, the pedigree of its leadership, and its noble vision. We are proud that we produce the most upright and incorrupt president in Africa and have evolved into the greatest coalition of progressive forces in any African country.
The statistics prove that females make up 49.3% of the population. That means women make up about 125 million people across Nigeria.
Arising from their two-day conference, women from the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory say there is an urgent need for a comprehensive review of the constitution of the APC to give a backing to the demands and resolutions unanimously adopted at the conference. In the communique read by the Minister of State for the Federal Capital Territory, Ramatu, Tijjani, Aliyu, on behalf of the women, there's a call to all stakeholders of the party to support the implementation of the resolutions.
We recognize the critical role that money plays in politics in this country. Consequently, many women may not even have the money to pay the required registration fees. A trust fund will enable us to extend resources to women aspirants who have great potentials but lack the enabling financial resources.
We all have a responsibility because the women are the future hope and the only hope of our party and the country at large.
I've met many women in my lifetime. Ramatu cuts the cake in her brilliance, in her preparedness, and in her sacrifice. Thank you for making our stay such a memorable one. For your commitment to being a strong woman of change, I congratulate you this evening.
Part of the adopted resolutions include the need for effective representation of women in the party board of trustees and the creation of Aspirants Forum, where women can meet to share ideas, leverage resources, and speak with one voice.
And to discuss the impact of the APC Women Conference, we're now being joined by Amina Temitope Ajayi, the leader of the APC Women in the Diaspora. We want to call her Mama Diaspora. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on the program. And of course, let's start with the fact that your party held a National Women's Conference, which was the first of its kind, really. Talk to us about some of the highlights coming out of that conference, especially as it concerns women in politics.
Yeah, actually, I am Mama Diaspora. And as fate will have it, I've represented women internationally. I'm an icon when we talk of women representative. And as fate will have it, I was invited to attend the national conference where we were asked to amend the constitution. You understand? In 2014, we've actually fought for the 35% affirmative action. But unfortunately, that 2014 constitution amendment wasn't adopted. But notwithstanding, let's give President Buhari some part. He tried. But you see, when I talk, we talk about facts and figures. Nigeria is 210 million. Women are 110 million.
No, well, you have to conduct a census, so those figures, it depends on...
You know why I'm saying women...
Well, over 200 million from what we know.
Yeah, why I'm saying women, I'm adding the young adults.
Okay.
Those are the forces that we need to concentrate on. Our young women, they're very articulate.
So did your national conference, come up with any sort of solution to really target this young women, as you put it, that you believe are the future when it comes to women in governance and making a change in Nigeria? Did you come up with any sort of solution that you have presented to your party to see, a way forward?
You see, people are asking me, why is Mama Daspa not in the committee? That's a question. People like us, we are exposed. In America, I live in America. Any country that respect the potential of a woman will excel. Look at Liberia. We've had the first female president. Tears was coming down my eyes at the last conference. A woman again, the vice president. I think we need to wake up and smell the coffee in Nigeria. Maybe our voice is not heard enough. And for me, Mama Diaspora, I will always fight for the Nigerian young adult because they are the millennium. This present administration should use their potentials. I'm even thinking of maybe they should have another number 3 minister, because most of the ministers are using them as their peers.
Okay. So the big question now is, like you have said, your party, you promised a 35% of affirmation for women, but unfortunately, we've seen the Buhari administration not live up to that billing. Yes, I will talk about the administration because you are a member of that party. So moving forward, like I said earlier, what has your party come up with to really address this, to ensure, especially from the party level, to ensure that women are given enough opportunities to govern?
You see, I'll be honest with you. The vote is women.
So why doesn't that translate when a woman is actually vying for positions?
That's where the problem is. The women should, they say united we stand. Divided we fall. Something ain't right. The generics, the root is us. When we show the men we have the potentials, they will respect us.
Well, potential might not be, it depends on who you're looking at, because I remember your last convention you had. I know there was a woman who vied for the national vice president, I think from the north, Mariam Shiroma or something like that. Well, she did not get the votes, despite women being there. But beyond all of that, because time is of the essence right now, your party, the APC, what sort of financial support have you earmarked for, maybe not aspirants, but for women who eventually make it to become candidates for whatever position, really? Do you have those sort of support for them? Because you know that the finances, without it, you cannot go too far in politics.
Let me tell you, number one, there should be zero price for women. Encourage them. You see, when I'm talking, I will always talk about these 3 women. The Minister of Women Affairs, humanitarian, this woman, Minister of State, Ramatu Tijjani. I admire her. And you see, what really made me happy is this young adult that is the woman leader. Can you see what she pulled? You see, the women, number one, I'm appealing to the federal government. Women, we're the weaker link, but we are the face behind the mask, the power behind the power, the policy behind the policy maker. Trust me, it's the women.
Right.
The women should now, and I have to, first in history, the APC, they show the whole world the potentials of their women.
Well, let's see it go beyond that, really, because countries like Rwanda and even Ethiopia were seeing the women really given the right opportunities, and we're seeing how that is transforming their economies and the country in general. But for now, I'd have to say thank you so much for joining me tonight on the program. Amina Temi Tokpe Ajayi, the leader of the APC Women in the Diaspora.